Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Jets franchise that I'm doing. And I'm just going to be going over a couple of things. The last video, I tried to upload another video and it was of the preseason and that didn't go so well. So we've advanced to the preseason. We're on week 1 right now of the of the regular season of 2024, sorry. And just so you kind of get like a background on something that I did during the preseason was that I traded away Zach Wilson. I honestly wanted nothing to do with Zach Wilson, so I got rid of him. So yeah, I got a 6th round pick and 2 7th round picks. I know that's probably nothing, but I put the trade towards hard, and that's almost like truthful. You're not gonna get nothing for Zach Wilson on the market right now. So I kind of liked how that went. So who I traded them for was to the Broncos. So basically, week 1, and I didn't know this. Week 1, we're playing the Broncos. So I don't know. I guess that's a good thing. We'll go over the team rosters right now, so you could see who's in and who's out. I'm gonna make one more change on the roster, as far as the linebackers are concerned, and then we'll go from there. So to go through the starters for the Jets right now, depending on how the season goes, I might make some switches, but obviously, like I said before, Gardner Minshew is the starting quarterback. At running back, we got Brees Hall. At fullbacks, the rookie Dan Calhoun. I picked him up in free agency. Then we got Garrett Wilson, and I'm starting Xavier Gipson over Alan Lazard. Stating his tag as day 1 starter, so I want to see how it goes with him as a day 1 starter. Tight end is Tyler Conklin. Then Andres Pete is the left tackle. Lincoln Tomlinson is the left guard. Center is Tippmann. Vera Tucker is our right guard, and he's the best offensive lineman we got right now. And Joseph Noteboom is our right tackle. We picked him up in free agency. Let's see how he does. What I really want to do is get Jerry Gibbs in there, but obviously, we'll see how it goes. He's got a hidden dev, so we'll see where he goes. Left end is Will McDonald. Right end, Jermaine Johnson. The 2 tackles, Quinnen Williams and Sheldon Rankins. So I made a switch. Our left, I switched Kentrell McMillan. He's the rookie linebacker that we picked up in the 3rd round. They got him as a day 1 starter, so that's what I'm doing also with him. He's got very good attributes. So we're putting him at left outside linebacker. He was a right outside linebacker, but his scheme fits him better for left as far as the team's concerned, so I put him there. CJ Mosley is our starting middle linebacker. Quincy Williams, I moved him back to right. He went down in morale, and I'm assuming that's because I moved him from left to right. But right was where he started originally. Sauce Gardner is our other, our other cornerback is DJ Reed, but he's injured. He got injured in training for the first game. Then you got Michael Carter as the slot. I'm also starting our first round pick, DeAndre Alden at free safety. Backing him up is Jordan Whitehead. And obviously we'll see how he plays. We'll see how he goes. Chuck Clark at strong safety. Our kickers is Fairbairn, and our punter is Gilkin. Let's get a couple upgrades in here. Let's see who we could upgrade. Sauce Gardner. Well, we'll keep him in scheme. We'll upgrade the zone. Jermaine Johnson. Upgrade him. We'll keep on upgrading his power rushing. Keep him in scheme. And Marquez Stevenson, the wide receiver, will keep on upgrading his playmaking ability.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house.
And off we go from Denver. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Returnable here from the 38. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm as a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll go again with Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3rd down and 1. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Minshew. His throw incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Minshew. Looking middle, and that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off play action, it's Minshew. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Play action. Now Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Minshew, 1st and 10. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Baron Browning with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10
at the 34. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. On 2nd down, Wilson.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are...
Touchdown! Marvin Mims, 26 yards.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain. And the Jets first down.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down, New York.
Back to throw again. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's caught at the 2. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 2-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets have taken the lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
On 1st down, Wilson. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action. It's Wilson.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Here's Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he stopped immediately there.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Minshew sets to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Minshew. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Blake Gilligan on the punt here as he'll send this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a throw here to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. It'll be Minshew again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so trying to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Straight ahead is Hall. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
This is taken at the 23. Denver's offense ready to go again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Mac Jones, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run in the victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Minshew. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
Complete to Shi Smith. A gain of 4.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6. the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On second down, Minshew. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the draw, here's Williams. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Denver. Taking it about the 16. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18.
First down, New York.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
First and goal, New York.
They'll run with Hall. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Denver. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Jets.
Minshew sets to throw. Dancing to his left.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get this to Lazard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
By Drew Sanders. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Jets.
Hall again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now Wilson. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. It's a gain of 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Touchdown Broncos. Greg Dulcich from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. Now Minshew, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Here comes second down. Now it's Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Boy, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Finding Sutton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Wilson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So the Jets come out victorious 28-14, and honestly, you know, I wanted to go through the first game, the whole game, and watch it and go through it. And, you know, there's a lot of positives and some negatives, but the defense honestly looks incredible. Still looks like a Super Bowl defense. The injury to Quinnen Williams, that's the one that I'm a little concerned about. I need to check out what it is. But yeah, tremendous victory. The last 7 points they scored, you know, the Broncos, it almost was, it didn't mean anything. But want to go through the stats. Minshew was okay. He threw some bad interceptions, in my opinion. There was one right down the middle to the linebacker, and that wasn't a really good one. But overall, 65%, is not bad. Brees Hall had a decent day, 17 for 61. Minshew ran a lot. Also, he scrambled out of the pocket a lot, which was weird to me. I guess he just gets antsy. But hey, that's the type of caliber quarterback that he is. You get what I'm saying? He's a lower tier quarterback. Receiving, I was surprised. Xavier Gibson, he catches 10 receptions for 90 yards. I got to check out the injury, what he's got. The other focal point, Conklin, caught 2 touchdowns. So he did, he did spread the ball around. So I was happy about that. And this is my biggest concern, and it's the right tackle. Joseph Noteboom gave up 2 sacks. I understand if, you might give up a sack here and there, something happens. It happens. You gave up 2 sacks. That's a little concerning. And he got injured during the game, so we did get to see Gibbs come in a little bit. Nothing to write. The defense in general, it was the sacks that were just incredible. And McDonald with 3 sacks, then Quinnen Williams had 2, and Jermaine Johnson had 2, was incredible. You know, the defense coming up with 8 sacks total for the game was really, really good. Then also you had Sauce Gardner come up with an interception, incredible interception, and Chuck Clark to finish off the game was incredible. Overall, the defense was tremendous. So out of the game, only one guy got an upgrade, and that's Abanikanda. So let's upgrade him for elusive back. And that's where I think this team is going to, excel, is defense. If the defense could hold them up, I think they could do a very good job. Just let the offense catch up and build up. So yeah, that's it. That's week 1. We, I think, dominated the game. You know, going forward, we'll see who we play. It might be 1 game. It might be 2 games. We'll do some simming also in game. So then, just continue us on this journey as we try to get to, a Super Bowl for the New York Jets. And let's see how many years it'll take us to do that. But yeah, if you like what I'm putting up, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I should make some moves or something, do something different. But yeah, thanks for watching, and God bless.